Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm going to show you my rationale for the NZD. Okay, how am I going to take? Why do I take the buy and the rationale, and how do I get into this buy? I totally. I never really look at the news. Okay, you guys can say that it's because of the news, because I'm a technical trader, and more of my reasons for taking any buy or sell, right, is based on the technicals, based on the price action that show me where you want to go. All right, so hopefully just give you guys an idea about how do I get this buy. Okay, so let's just begin with NZDUSD. Okay, for NZDUSD, all right, as I say, first of all, let me tell you guys, the only information that I have and the only information that I take as to how I arrive at the conclusion for this buy, okay, the only information is only this one. This information here is the only factors that contributes to why I buy this. Okay, most of it for the price action, but partly also is because to me is that price is making a double bottom. Okay, I anticipate that price is making a double bottom because at the state of where price is going, right, at this point everybody is looking only at this, and I say nobody is looking for a buy. It's the same idea when you look at this, right? Nobody is looking for this buy. Okay, so that is where you guys can't see the things, right, as if, like, for instance, right, you see this down, and then what you do is that you wait for price to come back around here, this level here, as a broken support, and then took a sell, and it's not going to work for you. Okay, if you are looking at based on supply and demand, right, this is not the way that we should trade. Okay, supply and demand is that buyers is always found after a drop. The lower the prices is, the more buyers there will be. The higher the price is, the more the sellers will be. Okay, that is how the supply and demand rules works. So just remember that the most important aspect of your trading, right, you must include in as to the reasons and the rationale as to why you buy this. Like in this case, right, there's no reason for us to look for a sell after a drop. Okay, and price is in a good double bottom, telling us that the sellers could not push this price lower as to where it is right now. Okay, this is a strong push. In order for this trend to continue to the downside, price have to break this first. Okay, that is the reason why. But based on this is Wednesday, right? Based on last week close, right? Based on Friday, there's a false break of that previous daily candle and then push up. So that gives me the idea. Alright, just from this, you give me the idea as to why I want to take a long. And then after I work up my demand, after I work out my zones, and then I look at the price action and that the market is doing, that is where I entered. So when I look in the H4, so in the H4, what we can see here, okay, in the H4, when I see that price is going down here, so we can't take any kind of actions here because there's no really buy signal, and the buy momentum is weak, so there's no reason for us to look for any kind of buy on here. And then when it went down here with this strong candle, okay, it's a very I would say manipulation by the market, asking people to go and sell because they like to go and sell and buy based on big candles, which does not make sense. Okay, and I don't usually, I like to wait because how big the candle is, if it's never break a zone, it never break structure, it still is what it is. Okay, so what happens here is actually after that drop, price make an inside bar. Okay, and then after that inside bar, we see a weak sell momentum here and an inside bar here within the mother bar. So that is where I said that, okay, good, price is considered making a double bottom and then a retest of the previous demand zone, which is around here. So I will be expecting to look for a long in this case based on this evidence, based on what I see as to what the price probable direction and where you want to go. Okay, so that's how the rule is. Okay, so like for instance right now, if I mean based even I take for NZD yen as well. So for NZD yen, it's an inside bar breakout for the 4 hour. So it's the same logic. If you look at NZD yen, price is indeed in a downtrend, of course. Remember, when you look into, you don't need a lot of information. You don't need a lot of information to make your trading decisions. As I say, if you are looking at this, okay, to make your trading decisions, that you see the price action on this, it doesn't make sense. This is the effect. Okay, cost of this drop. Okay, the cost of this drop is formed because of this supply. Okay, and then there is a weak buy momentum. That is why the market drops. But does that mean that it's a continuation? Okay, that is will be another story altogether, right? So when I see this, I know that people might want to go to look for a sell in this case, despite this weak sell momentum. So momentum plays an important part in your trading. Okay, it plays a very important part in your trading. Momentum means that how fast or how strong or weak a buyer or a seller is. Okay, so from there you can make your buying decision. And for me, I like to buy when sellers are weak, or I like to sell when the buyers are weak. In this case, okay, sell when buyers are weak, or buy when the sellers are weak. Tentatively, you're gonna take a buy when the buyers are strong in this case, but as I say, as price moves up, the sellers are there. The sellers is more stronger when price goes up, not when price goes down. Okay, so that is a different school of thoughts. Okay, so NZD yen, and usually for Monday, now it's Wednesday, right? Monday and Tuesday is always quite counter trend, alright, to me. So that's why I don't see the need to sell this to sell this pair, especially after it went down. If you're going to look from an even bigger time frame, right? I mean, even from a bigger time frame, right? Price is still within this base here. Okay, whether can it be rally towards the top side, it really depends. It really depends. Because for now, we can still see we can still see whether it will retest it to go down, or it will whether it will retest here or to go down in the weekly, or it will go up here, breaking this top, and then for a pullback towards the top side is also another thing. So there's a lot of possibility that can happen here, because we can see that price is still within the inside the bar. I mean, price is still within the mother bar. Okay, inside bar fakey, come back into the mother bar, but price does not escape the inside bar nor the mother bar. So the buy is still valid. Okay, the buy is still valid because this inside bar, when it's formed, price is still in an uptrend. So it can still be a continuation of this massive uptrend. It still can be a continuation of this uptrend. So that's it. That is how it is. NZDUSD, NZD yen taken, euro, I think pound NZD, I look for a sell. Yep, pound NZD have gone down because based on this, as I see the information that I took for my pound NZD sell, right? Okay, the pound NZD sell, the information that I take is just from these candles alone, and price have rejected a previous supply zone here, rally based drop. Okay, and then it consolidates here, goes up to retest that. So it's a double top here, a retest of the previous supply zone, and then a rejection, a false break of the previous daily candle at the supply zone, a weak buy momentum as well, a weak buy momentum telling me that the buyers are not in control, and this push up is more of a liquidity grab for market to go lower. Okay, whether it goes here or here or here, it doesn't matter. As long as I know where the price is going to go, I take that order. Okay, so that's why I pound NZD now it's a sell. As I said, this is done based on technical analysis. I don't give a damn about the news, and I don't care about the news as well. The news will just propel your entries or your orders to be more better. That's all. Okay, and then I do also took a buy for NZDCAD. which is not here. Yeah, that is here. Okay, NZDCAD, I took a buy. Reason for the buy is I say the same old thing. Okay, a lot of people are looking at this. Nobody is using this information to tell what nobody is using this information in order to analyze the market from a more objective approach and a practical approach in this case. Okay, because from here we can see that the sellers are totally diminishing its momentum. They're very weak sellers here. As I said, buyers are found a lot at lower prices. As the prices get lower and lower, the buyers are perceived to be more stronger. So when you do not want to buy low in this, sell low in this case. If you're looking for a sell because of this, you are selling low. Your sell is supposed to be on top, supposed to be after a pullback or after a correction, after this push, and then you can look for a sell to push this price lower. But that is history, over, finish. Cost already happened, effect already happened. Why are you still looking for the sell despite to see what the cost that happened here? We are seeing that a lot of multiple rejections from this zone here, multiple rejections from the market, okay, in which the buyers are rejecting the lower prices. Okay, so and yesterday, look at this weak sell momentum, that weak sell momentum based on the candles, the body size of the candles, and how the market is moving. It does not like to go below the low. Okay, so we will look from here based on the 4 hour inside bar here. So inside bar here is a good one for reversal. For in this case, before this inside bar on the 4 hour alone, right, price is making a downtrend. Okay, so in this case, if this inside bar are going to continue this downtrend here, it needs to break this. Okay, but given that my daily bias is towards the upside, that is where I expect market to go up, to reverse from the H4 downtrend, to go up, to rejoin into the daily reversal towards the upside. Okay, most probably towards this zone, or second, most probably towards this zone. So that's the reason why I took this NZDCAD buy. And I also entered, which is still floating, the Aussie USD buy as well, based on this base that we are forming right here. So we have to wait and see how it goes, but I hope that you all have an idea moving forward, okay, as to how you determine a trend and what kind of orders you want to make when you see. Okay, it's always, do not use too much information. Okay, whether you want to buy or sell here, right, it's based, the information is only here. Don't worry about this. Okay, can it reverse? I don't know. Can it go down, continue? I don't know. Look at how you interpret the price action before you decide whether you want to buy or you want to take a sell in this case, right? But for pound USD in this case, right, nothing, there's no anti-trigger, there is no momentum change from there. See, example, buyer strong, now sellers are strong as well, so it doesn't make sense for me to enter any for pound USD. Okay, for Aussie USD, we can see another story, because I find that this is a good retest of this previous demand here. Okay, this one drop base value, now it's retesting that as a double bottom, and hopefully see how it goes. If price goes down here, then my buy is invalid, the trade call for the buy is invalid in this case. But if price goes up, it's a good risk reward, because price already went very low in this case. Okay, whether it will come to here or here, that's another story. Alright, so that will be it, and I hope you guys are able to get the idea. Okay, some of you have DM'd me telling me that the last 2 videos have been very helpful to you guys, and I hope that continues. You have to apply what you learn, apply and practice until you get it right, and just continue to send your comments, send your feedback, and then share with me your setup, share with me your strategy, share with me about how you enter, share with me about everything in your trading journey, and I'll try my best to help you in any way that I can. Alright, so cheers guys, see you.